Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 16th of January 1975, and the title is The Stage of Being the Form of Fire. Do you consider yourselves to be merged in Baba's eyes, to be the light of the eyes, the jewels of the eyes? Do you consider yourselves to be the stars of Bap Dada's eyes? Are you close to the eyes or merged in the eyes? Two varieties of stars are sparkling at present. Each one of you can ask yourself, which type of star am I? What is the difference between the qualifications of those who are merged and those who are close? Do you know them? For those who are close, there is a margin for a third one to come in between. That is, one or another type of obstacle causes a difference in being constant. But those who are merged in Baba's eyes are equal to the Father. No circumstances or elements, that is, not even the 5 elements, can separate them from the Father. That is, they are constantly victorious, always constant and stable and absorbed in love. They constantly belong to the one Father and do godly service, the same as the Father. Nothing else is visible to them. Their vision, attitude, and awareness are constantly powerful. That is, their waste is finished. Have you become like this, or do you still have to become this? Do you, the images of support for world transformation, experience yourselves to have transformed? If those who are the images of support still feel a lack of transformation in themselves, how would world transformation take place? Do you, who are yourselves the image of support, feel a need of time for yourselves, or do you now need time for world transformation? Do you have this thought? When there are thoughts of fluctuation in the determined thought of those souls who are the images of support, then the souls who are the instrument for destruction sometimes have a lot of force and awareness. The thoughts of those who are the images of support are the basis of inspiration for the souls who are the instruments for destruction. So ask yourself, you, the Shakti army, who are inspiring them, are your thoughts determined? Do you have faith in the intellect, and are you ever ready? Together with Father Brahma, Brahmins also become instruments to create the sacrificial fire. So too, as long as you do not become the form of fire, then nor will the flames of destruction that emerge from the sacrificial fire take on their complete form. It sometimes becomes very intense and then cools down again. What is the reason for this? It is because the souls who are the form of fire and the images of support, who are also giving inspirations, have not themselves become the constant form of fire. In their awareness, they do not have the determined thought of being the form of fire. What is the main and easy effort to become the form of fire? To belong to one Shiv Baba alone. What effort do you need to make in order to have this awareness constantly? What final and most important effort still remains to be made? The stage of being beyond. That is the result. But what is the effort to become that? To be detached. How can you develop detachment? by staying in which deep concern. There should be the deep concern that you now have to return home. To go home means to be beyond. You automatically make effort according to where you have to go. And so you now have to return home. Since you have to return to your incorporeal home, you also have to make your costume like that. So in this new year, the special effort you should make is that of returning home and taking everyone with you. With this awareness, you will automatically go beyond the attractions of all relationships and all elements. That is, you will become a detached observer. By being a detached observer, you will easily become the Father's companion and equal to the Father. Only when everyone is constantly able to see the form of fire will the flames of destruction be clearly visible. The more intense the form of fire becomes in those who are instruments for establishment, the more the form of fire will be revealed. Apply the much of this determined thought, and the fire will become intense. At present, it is still cool, because those who are the images of support are cool in their effort. The form of fire of the whole gathering will accomplish the task of world destruction. It is only for a short time in a few places that the determined thoughts of few souls become the instrument to start the flames of destruction. However, the great destruction and world transformation cannot be accomplished without the one elevated thought of the whole gathering. Therefore, in this year, in your final stage, become free from all bondages, karmatit, and let there be an accurate balance of being loving and detached. Create such an incorporeal stage collectively within the gathering. Only then will you clearly be able to see the scenes of destruction and the scenes of the new world both together. Everyone has to make this effort this year. Only through this last effort will your speed and the speed of destruction become fast. Do you still have thoughts, or are your thoughts finished? You are not frightened as to what will happen or how will it happen, are you? You do not have any ifs and buts, do you? What if it doesn't happen, etc. Some say, but it has to happen, and some say, what if? But what will happen? Some think, Baba has become Avyakt, and it is we who have to face everything in the physical form. However, you can also become Avyakt. That is, when others come in front of you, they should not be able to see you as a corporeal being and not have the courage to do anything. Become the Avyakt angels who finish the physical feelings of others. Create such an Avyakt stage or atmosphere, that is, such a fortress of the Pandavas, that the upheaval will finish. Bapdada will be with you till the end and is constantly with the children as the canopy of love and cooperation. Therefore, do not be afraid. In order to face anything, Bapdada, the backbone, will be revealed through any being at any time and is even now revealing himself. Acha, to such souls who constantly maintain their courage and enthusiasm, to those who have an elevated stage under all circumstances, to those who remain beyond all attractions of the elements, to the spiritual images of attraction who stay within the spiritual attraction of the spiritual father, to those who are constantly carefree and have faith in the intellect and are constant companions of the Father, to the souls who are constantly loving and cooperative with all souls. Bapdada's love, remembrances, and namaste. Blessing. May you be an observer and as detached as a lotus flower by protecting yourself from the conflict of sanskars with the specialty of being knowledgeful. Until the end, the sanskars of some will be those of servants, and the sanskars of others will be those of kings. Do not wait for your sanskars to change, but make sure that you are not influenced by anyone. Firstly, each one's sanskars are different, and secondly, they also come in the form of Maya. Therefore, solve everything while staying within the line of the code of conduct. While having different sanskars, let there not be any conflict of sanskars. For this, be a knowledgeful observer and remain as detached as a lotus flower. Slogan: instead of using force and having to labor, make effort with entertainment and enjoyment. Promise that with the power of silence, you will make those who have a violent attitude become non-violent. Om Shanti.